We have Karina Robles with us. She is a member, CRS member, RRC member, and we asked her to come on and tell us a little bit about herself. She is going to be our membership chair for 2021. So Karina, it's all yours.
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much, Cheryl, for this opportunity. Like I said earlier, for yourself and Lisa and leadership. I'm very honored. I'll be completely honest. When Lisa gave me that call, it took me off my, like, I almost fell from my chair. I was like, what, really? I appreciate it. This is a great opportunity. Um, I am very honored. And to me personally, it's such a huge accomplishment to be a CRS designee. It was like, to me, it was like, that was my Olympic trophy. I was like, yes, I got it. So I wear my pin. I couldn't find it, but I wear my pin, very proud.
So you want to give us a story about how you all started? Who tapped you on the shoulder and led you into your real estate career?
So I used to do mortgages many years ago. Unfortunately, my health got in the way. I have rheumatoid arthritis. So I underwent many surgeries. And then the major surgery was foot reconstruction. And that one kicked me in the butt. And I was just like a victim at that point, and the mentality. And eventually I just snapped out of it. And I remember the houses jumping out at me, and I was like, I want to get back into real estate. Didn't know if the financing or what, but houses were just jumping out at me. And then I remember my a childhood memory of mine that I will never forget. I was 10 years old, and my father moved us from the projects. And I remember the day we left the city, and it was a fall day, and we went into a little town, Webster, Massachusetts. And we drive up to this house, and then nosy little girls were like, why are we here? Why are we here? And my dad just says, just get out. And we're like, why are we here? And then we're starting to question, because this is the first time we've ever seen this house. He opens the door to this new house, brand new construction, and says, welcome home. Oh. We ran around that house like screaming, and I'm the oldest, so he was like, Karina, you get your own bedroom. And I was like, yeah. So I remember that. So I'm gonna go for my real estate license. I want to make those memories for my clients, and I did, and I have been doing it. And so that's how I got into real estate. Now, I don't know if did that answer your question? Yes.
You had a few people mentor you along your way? Yeah.
Yes. And one of my dearest, it's Pam Crawford. She's passed. She passed last December. And I'm sorry to get choked up, but she meant a lot to me. That woman was amazing. And she was a CRS. When I came to REMAX at that time, when I was with REMAX, she saw something in me that I still didn't see. Earlier today, you mentioned, Buffini was on an NAR conference. And I remember one of the trainings that we had with the Buffini that she had scheduled for the office. And there was a part where it was about the client appreciation party. And she's like, I see you doing that. And I was like, me? I don't even have clients yet on my pipeline. And she's like, I see you doing that. And she challenged me. So I felt challenged. So, and now we're going on 7th year doing it, right? But she saw something in me, and then she says, she started mentoring me one-on-one every month. And, she says, I want you to get involved and get more education, go for your designations. And she said, and now we're going to put this one in the top. And this one is the icing on the cake for you. And I was like, okay, which one is it? And it was the CRS. And I was like, you know what? If she thinks that I can do it, I'm going to put hours. I'm going to do everything that I can on my side to get it done. And I did. And I remember the day that I shared with her, I was like, I did it. And it didn't at that time, it didn't take me that long to accomplish it, which I actually thought was, definitely, wow, but it was because I had that right mentor who was like, always, are you putting in the hours? Are you going for your ABR? Are you signing up for that class? So yeah, that's who did it for me, Pam Crawford.
And then now, since you've been a member of the CRS family, have you attended any celebrations?
Yes. Oh my God, last year was my first one and I was so excited. I was, and it was funny because it was in Disney, right? It was not in Disney, it was in Florida. So I felt like I was in Disney. For me, it was like all these classes and all these things. I was like, oh my God, yes. You know, and it was during Valentine's week. So I felt bad for my husband, but I was like, I'm sorry, I'm here learning. I met so many great people that I'm still connected with, you know, all the way from Massachusetts. I have connections now out in Texas, in California, you know, in Hawaii. It's people from, we met at that time, I think it was Spain. And I remember just sitting in one of the courses and they're speaking in Spanish. And I'm like, oh my God, I understand what you're saying. So it was really cool. Definitely a lot of, we took home a lot of nuggets. I did. And then came back. And to be completely honest, implemented them into after what COVID did to us, right? I went back to my notes and said, okay, think outside the box. And what did this training do? And yeah, and that's what's kept the engine going this year. So I
And just,
highly recommend it.
me too. I look forward to it every year.
Yes,
This,
yes,
we gotta wait a little longer for this year. We gotta wait till August, but that's okay. It'll be a big
definitely.
party when we get there.
Yes,
And you know, it was funny, Brian Buffini just said, if agents want to survive, they're gonna really have to start to engage some referral partners. And so, yeah,
yeah, yeah, definitely,
the stuff.
definitely.
Okay. Lisa, do you have a question?
Yeah, I wanted to talk about a little bit more about leadership and your leadership style. I know we are just so thrilled that you're going to be part of the team moving forward next year. But you have been a leader in your, in your past in your another association. Can you talk a little bit about that leadership journey and what what you've learned from that, how that sort of expanded your life and your heart, and maybe how you're going to share it with all of us as well.
So definitely, I am very honored that back in 2019, yeah, yeah, I was called asked to step in as president for our local chapter for NAHREP. And NAHREP stands for National Association of Hispanic Real Estate Professionals. It's been definitely, it was challenging to come into that role, not knowing what the expectations were, how to do it. But you know, the board was so gracious to take me in and put me up to date on what was going on, and national, you know educated me. Also being part of their leadership academy helped out a lot. And it's never easy to sit in a room, right, with a lot of people with the different opinions. And if you're I don't know if you've ever been in a room with a bunch of Latinos and we're talking loud, we're not screaming, we're not mad, we're just passionate about what we're talking. But just seeing that happen, and then having everybody come to a mutual agreement and say, this is how it's going to work, this is how it's going to be done, and just being able to learn different personalities and recognize how this one is probably this way, and how to bring that person out of that little shell and say, hey, there's a little bit more for you to do, and seeing that come forth is definitely awesome to me. So National Association of Hispanic Real Estate Professionals works a lot with local vendors, anything real estate related. We support local businesses. It's definitely for real estate professionals, right? If you're in the real estate field or financing field, this is a great network for yourself. You don't have to be a Latino to be part of this organization. You do, if you believe in empowering the Latino community to be homeowners, and know how we work and how, different cultures function, this is the way. You meet a Latino lender, you meet a Latino home inspector, you're like, wait a minute, I don't have to be a Latino to be translating to my clients. I'm part of this organization that they have everything that I need, from an attorney to home inspectors to appraisers, so it's definitely a very empowering group. I love it.
Yeah, and I love the way you talk about how it doesn't have to just be for Latina and Latino members. I know Cheryl and I, when we got involved with ARIA, became members, and we've learned so much about the way that they do sort of
Yes.
their work. And I'm thinking, gosh, we should all, we're all WCR members, most of us, and that's something I think we should put on our agenda. And the more, especially now that there are no physical boundaries, right? Because this is
Yeah.
what we have. The opening our arms and hearts and leadership to all of our different associations, finding ways we can collaborate, finding ways we can do events together, making sure we invite them to our different events. Our installation coming up December 14th. Love to make sure that we give, I know they're going to be dying to see you, so they're probably going to be coming anyway, but we need to have that special invitation. It's not that we don't want to, but we're not necessarily as mindful of it, and we're so thrilled to have you involved to remind, to help widen our tent even more.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah. Like I say, we've had our events. Our gala event was amazing, and just to see everybody enjoy just the culture, right? The culture that the Latinos bring to, for everything. It was amazing, right? To have the support from our local association, ARIA, Massachusetts Associations of Realtors, they came and supported us. It was amazing, and it's more opening our doors to a lot of more diversity, right? And a lot of us don't like to say it, but it's true. And learning the culture and learning how to work with them. And I'm going to say something, like just recently, a gentleman who I've been, last year I was like, hey, come to a gala. And something came up, he couldn't go. He post a message on Facebook and says, looking for a real estate professional in Puerto Rico. Went onto my pipeline, NAHREP, boom, here you go. There's a contact. English speaking realtor out there in Puerto Rico. Just connected him. He's connected his client from here with someone over there. So, and that's what NAHREP does. We, the same thing as CRS. We connect great, professionals for our clients, to represent them just like how we would, right? So, yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Back to you, Cheryl.
So how about we go a little deeper and we hear about your family and we hear about your market area and what you do in your community.
So locally, I obviously haven't been able to go out too much, to be completely honest. So we're not too involved in the community. My husband and I try to be, but because of my immune system, we try to avoid going out a lot. But prior to that, we've been very involved in our church, our local church. We had a plan to start getting involved with a local organization that feeds the homeless. But obviously COVID has affected that, but we used to do it with them a lot, and we're planning to get back on board once all of this is calmed down a little bit. But I am a mom of two wonderful adults. My son is married, and he has two boys right now. Eli is 3 and Josiah is 1. And my daughter and my son, actually, he's part of my team. He's part of the Robles team. And my daughter is a nursing student right now. So she is answering to the call to, like I say, to be my hero, to be our local hero here. And we're part of, the Robles team works out of Worcester County. So we go anywhere, Worcester, Western County, I've gone as far as Lawrence, Lynn for our clients, but yeah, and we have an amazing team. Like I said, I just spoke about the team, spoke about my kids. My husband is also part of the team. He is a local correction officer, but also part-time realtor with me. He assists. He's my right hand.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah. Interesting dinners, and sometimes it's like, okay, wait, no, we're not talking business. We'll do that later. So yeah.
Very good. Lisa.
Yeah, wondering if we wanted to open it up. We have a small group today. It's going to be posted on Facebook, thank heaven.
Yes,
So
Kurt.
love to open this up. Yeah, to some other questions, maybe Kurt, or I know Kurt, you've known Karina for a while. Nelson, don't be too jealous that we got Karina on our team there, Kurt. That's okay.
I am jealous. She's a rock star. Good catch.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank
I'm not
you.
too jealous. I'm not too jealous, just a little bit.
Thank you guys for joining us today.
Yeah. Any questions you guys might have for Karina and her market area?
I just want to know how someone who looks so young has adult children and grandchildren.
I know.
I want to know.
I know.
A lot of this, we have to smile a lot for the children to know the muscles to tighten up. Yeah, I was a teen mom. I don't say unfortunate, but I was a teen mom, and all things work out for the great. And look at them, I look at now where I came from and where I am, and definitely a lot of hard work and dedication. I am very thankful for this career and this opportunity to sharpen tools that I knew I had, but I was timid, to do them. And being part of great organizations have allowed me to sharpen those tools, to be completely honest. So
At least Kurt and Nelson are past presidents, Karina. I don't know if
yes,
you've been watching or involved for that long. So
Yeah.
they've been really good mentors to me.
Yeah.
And so I'm sure they wouldn't mind if you ever wanted to reach out to them for anything.
yes, definitely.
Absolutely. So if it's okay, I will ask a question.
Yes,
because,
please.
Karina, you've been very successful, both in your personal business. You engage with a lot of the institute societies and councils like NAHREP, which you mentioned. You're involved with CRS, and you're also involved with MAR. And congratulations
Yes,
on your graduation from the Leadership Academy as well. And
Thank
thank you so
you.
much for participating in that.
Thank you.
So my question is going to be balanced. You're successful in all these different areas of your life, and then also giving back in the community. What have you experienced, and what have been some of the takeaways during your rise in leadership? And also, what advice would you have for someone that was looking to be involved in different areas that may be following along in your footsteps?
Well, definitely. A lot of my involvement, at first, I had to step back and look at really what was important to me, right? And number one is God. Number two is my family. But also, this is not just a job for me. This is a career. And in order for any career to be successful, you have to get involved and you have to dig deep, right? And you have to get involved and step up and put in for positions. You get them. If you don't, you at least you tried. I've had wonderful mentors like yourself, like Anne, Brad Roberts. He's been one that also has tapped me on the shoulder and said, hey, I'm rooting for you. So time blocking has been definitely a learning experience for me, because you get so much to do, but you also have to balance what's important, right? And where your time is valuable and what you're doing with your time. Is that what you're gonna get involved with? Is that gonna bring growth to you, or is it gonna, slow you down in your business? And I'll be completely honest, each and every one of the organizations that I'm involved with, from state level to local level to national level with CRS, has taught me so much in balancing my life, where before I was running around like a chicken without a head, and learning and looking and seeing amazing professionals just running this like a true business. It's like, you know what, Karina, you got to run it like a true business. So I encourage you, if you're new in this business, start getting involved. Start going into these events. Well, once we start going to them, right? But get involved with these organizations and learn from the best that are still standing here. I always say this, you hear it all the time. All ships float on high time, right? But what are you going to do in low times? And to me personally, in low time, it's time to get educated, get more involved, get deep, so you're always floating. And that's, I would encourage, and if you're new in this industry, get involved. Set a goal for yourself and say, I am going to be, right now I may be a rookie, but I'm going to go for my ABR. Put it out there, my SRS, and put it out there. You're going to become a CRS, and have something visual that you are saying, you know what, I'm going to get involved. I'm going to attend these events. I'm going to, even if it's a Zoom class, education is everything, especially in this industry. You have to be on top of the changes that happen on a constant basis.
Again, another Feeny thing, train and retrain, right? Because everything's always changing.
Always.
Well,
Yeah.
I think you're going to be an amazing membership chair. My goodness.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And
I'm very excited.
and we're going to expose you like you're going to be like a superstar every month, because we invited Karina as a guest because she's going to take the third Monday of the month and introduce a member. We're going to do a member spotlight. So you'll be screening people and interviewing them and asking them to come on and share their story, and you know, give them the opportunity to be a real good referral partner, because we're in 6 states, so we need good people.
Yes.
Cheryl, I'm afraid if she's going to screen me, I have a problem. Oh, sorry.
Look at Nelson, always does his branding on his clothes. I think it's so smart.
Always.
They were my ERA was my first broker. Yes.
Which office?
The Worcester office.
Sure.
Yes.
We're still here. We're sorry you're not with us, but that's okay.
I
It's not
know,
a recruiting call. Sorry.
Everybody has their own growth, right?
Yes. Yeah, I
So
know.
Karina,
Yeah.
tell us a little bit about, like, have you is there some book that you've read recently that was really inspiring to you that you could share? I know that the end of the year people are sort of looking for some inspiration to do some planning for next year, and I know I certainly am. So wondering what you're up to.
I am. I took on Profit First. I don't know if you guys ever heard of him. Give me a second. Well, I don't have the name, but I will put it out there. If anybody wants to know about the author, I can definitely forward you information. But Profit First. One of the things that COVID taught me was about balancing. Balancing. It's not just the check coming in, right? It's always coming in. But especially when everything froze, it was kind of like, whoa, wait a minute, what happened, right? And learning how to prepare my business as a business and handle it, handle the books smarter, to be completely honest. So I am taking on Profit First. It's been one of the ones that of lately I've been digging deep in, teaching me how to.
Mike Michalowicz?
Yes. I couldn't pronounce his last name, but yes.
Yeah.
Really good book. Really, I'm telling you, I took a flight like a month ago, and I'm sitting there and I'm just like taking notes. I'm like, wow, this is real good stuff. And I came back and, you know, like with ideas, different ways of running the business part of this, right? Because it's great when you have the leads and when you got the business going, but how to balance it out and break it out and be accountable, right? Because with success comes accountability, and we account to the IRS, so we have to prepare for that. So, yes.
Marie, do you have
That's the
some
book.
questions too? Some other questions? And Joyce, I see Joyce Palapiano on too. Any other
No,
questions?
I'm so sorry. I had an emergency before, so I jumped on
No
late,
worries.
Karina, but
No problem.
yeah, I mean, I just wonder how, I don't even know how long you've been in the business, but I think it's fairly new, but you seem to be a rock star for how to go about jumping on board and getting involved. And I commend you for, I think so many people focus just on the transactions, and I got to make that happen as opposed to growing your network as well. So I don't know if you have a few words to say about how you think you've been growing your network, the ways to do it, and maybe give some other people some encouragement around that.
Well, it's so true. When you come into this business, you focus a lot about getting the leads, right? But to be completely honest, to me was, like I said, Pam Crawford said, go to the meetings, go to that event, go to that award ceremony and meet others. Through that, I met lenders, I met other realtors, you know, and we connected and they taught me, and, you know, because I was shy, I'm telling you, I'm shy, believe it or not. So for those that know me, but they'll tell you, I don't like the spotlight like this, but and they taught me how to come out more, and, you know, teaching, learning, and sitting in mastermindings on how they go about getting leads, it's like, oh my God, you know, instead of, like I said earlier, instead of running around like a chicken without a head, trying to do everything in the book. I would say start attending and networking with your local association, with your state associations, with, NAHREP, with ARIA, with RRC. Get involved, get to know other people and learn from them. That's what I would say.
You network outside the realtor community as well?
Yes, I do. Yes. Where, let me see. I'm trying to think of one. It's just a women's empowering group that I'm part of. And it's women who own different types of business, jewelries, we network through that. Cleaning, a lady says, hey, I do house cleaning, but hey, I need your services. Guess what? I need a cleaning lady. So we help each other. So this is a group through Facebook. Women put out there what they do, and we support each other, and we vent through this. And when we have our frustrations, but overall, we definitely support each other. And I've gotten referrals from groups like that. Local entrepreneurs. So.
Joyce? No? You're in the Buffini program now, right?
I'm sorry?
You're in the Buffini program now?
Not Buffini. I've returned back to Joe Stum
Okay, that's right.
by
That's
referral
right.
only program. And he's doing some exceptional work. Really, we're doing daily workouts, very deep. I'm with a founders club there. There's only about 300 members nationally. So it's been really a lot of self improvement, just really a lot of growth. And we're spending about, like I said, about an hour to an hour and a half every morning between 10 and, well, it's California time, but for us, luckily East Coast, it's 10 to 11, 11:15. So it's been remarkable. And staying connected too with all those people. Yeah.
Thank you for being here today.
Oh,
It's
thank
so
you.
important that we all
Thanks
take
for the
the time,
invitation.
while we
sorry?
can, to train and retrain.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm going to let Lisa wrap up because we have some events and she's excited to tell us about them.
Yeah, well, the one thing I want you to put into your save the date is Monday, December 14th, which is normally will be our Mastermind Monday time slot from 12 actually to 1:30 that day. It's going to be the 2021 installation. We're very excited. Certainly wish we could have had it at the Chatham Bars Inn or somewhere else, but we will in our minds. I'm pretty excited about first of all, just thanking our 2020 leadership team. Some of them are staying on and welcoming and installing the 2021 group. Just to tease a little bit, we have Kim Allard is going to be our Master of Ceremonies and Installing Officer. Paul Yorkis is going to be doing the Pledge of Allegiance for us. Annie Hart-Cool is going to be doing the invocation, and Lee Brown is our special speaker, an inspirational speaker. So I think it's going to be a real fun event, and I'm really looking forward to it. Very thrilled to death. I'm still holding on very tightly to Cheryl. I've even there's a new role called Immediate Past President. She even has it on a badge. I have it on a name tag coming to her, Immediate Past President. So I'm not letting go, and hopefully she will continue to stay because I sure could, use her great leadership. But anyway, so that's December 14th. So hopefully everybody will be able to, it'll be arriving in your own living room. So just pull up a sandwich and a cup of coffee, and hopefully everyone will be able to join us.
Awesome. And I can speak for Nora and Kelly, our education co-chairs, that we have Marky Lemons lined up for December 8th and 9th. So that week we'll probably have a buy on the December 7th Mastermind Monday. So please do look for that and sign up. And I think with that, it's 12:29. We're just about on the dot. I want to thank you very, very much, Karina. I look forward to your membership leadership next year.
Thank you. I
Kurt,
appreciate it.
Nelson, Christine, Joyce, Marie.
Thank you. Yes. Thank you so much,
Thank you.
everybody. Have a great week.
Thank you, everybody.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a great one.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.